we talk about lead generation, marketing strategies to help your business grow. My name is Renee, and I'm a marketing specialist, and today we're going to be talking about a few basic lead generation marketing strategies for both B2B and B2C companies. Okay, so the first strategy I'm going to talk about is lead magnets. So lead magnets are a piece of content, a service, a demonstration, something that your audience will find valuable that is promoted on your website in exchange for your leads' email addresses. So let's say, for example, you're creating a lead magnet that is a checklist that will help your audience perform some kind of task better. Maybe it's a checklist on getting organized for the new year, whatever it may be. What you're going to want to do is advertise your piece of content on your website in either a pop-up window and a promotion on your homepage. Some are really obvious and clear. Let your audience know a little bit about the benefits of this piece of collateral, and then the goal of collecting emails is to continue to give your audience value in the form of content in order for them to trust your brand more, especially if you're selling something that's a little bit more expensive. And then you can sell to them after you've built up that trust and they've been on your email list and been engaging with your emails for a while. And then you can, kind of tailor the content based on the audience that you're trying to grow. So if there's a specific buyer persona within your target audience that you're looking for more of, creating a lead magnet can help you get more of that particular type of person into your email list. So there are a lot of really great ways to use lead magnets. A second great lead generation tool is to utilize webinars. Webinars are basically video presentation, but it gives you the opportunity to really educate your audience by, putting on a really solid presentation. The leads that you get or the emails that you get from this lead magnet, so putting on a webinar, are generally warmer leads because they're willing to sit through, 20 to 45 minutes of, a presentation. So that they are very interested in the subject and willing to make that amount of a time investment. This is a great strategy as well because when you're collecting attendees or you're promoting your webinar, you will get more than just attendees' email addresses. In a lot of these platforms, you can customize the questions that people have to answer when they sign up for your webinar. So you could also get information about the company they work at, their title. There's a full range of different questions that you can ask, but I recommend, of course, getting their title and their company name, but you could also get, location information if that makes sense for your business. There are a lot of different options, and I think a lot of platforms allow you to choose your own questions. So do your research there if that's important to you when you're picking a webinar tool. Some tips for putting on webinars is try to see your presentation from the attendee's eyes. And especially if this is your first webinar, you will want to really make sure this is really valuable content for your audience, because you don't want to get a reputation of putting on boring webinars and then your attendees don't come back. So really try to make every minute valuable content for your audience. I highly recommend having at least 2 people present during the webinars, and also kind of switching up between one talking head and a graphic or the presentation slides. What you don't want to do is put on a PowerPoint and simply click through the PowerPoint for 45 minutes. It's hard to pay attention for that long for a lot of people. So if you include some engagement from other professionals or other people in your industry, that will help your audience stay engaged for longer. And speaking of having other people on your webinar, a great strategy that you can implement for webinars is finding another business owner or audience who maybe you can cross promote your goods to, your products or services to. So for example, let's just say, for example, you have like an online like cheese business, and you like sell cheese, and you want to do a webinar that's all about like cheese and wine pairings. If you find another wine company interested in doing this webinar with you, that's a really great and easy way to cross promote those items, those complementary items, so that you both are promoting your product to new people, but you know that these are the type of people who would normally be in your audience anyway because they like this complementary good. The last strategy I want to talk about is digital advertising. So that could be like digital advertising on social media, where you're paying to promote a post, which just means that that social media platform will show your post to a wider audience than the ones directly following you or directly connected with you. And also it includes like Google search. So trying to get your company or your product or service shown in the Google search page when someone searches like a query that's similar to your product offering. Or like Google Display, which has like the banner ads on different social media websites. So anytime you're paying to have your post shown or try to rank higher on a search engine result page, that's all digital advertising. Before putting any money into that, I highly recommend researching your audience and figuring out where they hang out online. And that will help you know where to put your dollars. So if you have an audience that spends a lot of time on Instagram, then you probably don't want to be promoting to them on LinkedIn. So it really depends on, the platform, your success levels with it. But that's a really great way to bring in new leads. I will say that it is a bit time intensive and there can be a learning curve with digital ads. So you can hire someone like off Upwork or Fiverr who knows how to do ads, or you can like have someone in-house learn how to do it. There's a bit of a learning curve with it, but once you get it working and if you have, the right product and service fit with the channel that you are advertising on, then that's probably going to work in your favor a lot, and it can really help automate your inbound leads. Okay, so those are some very specific lead generation strategies that B2B or B2C companies can use. So first of all is lead magnets, so exchanging content, valuable content for an email. You can promote that on your website or social media, an email. Second is to try out webinars, so maybe partnering with other people in your industry and promoting your webinar on your social media channels and emails, inviting people, and then once you get people to sign up, following up with them after the webinar, after they've watched your full presentation. And then third is digital advertising. So really figuring out where your audience hangs out online, and then utilizing digital advertising platforms to market to them, show them your content, and generating leads that way. So those are 3 of my strategies for generating leads. If you're interested in this content, I have a full blog post kind of going into in depth on all these topics down in the description. So you can click on that there. And if you're interested in more lead generation marketing strategies like this, subscribe.